is in response to fan theories that Maggie is the one to bear the burden of Lucille in the season 7 premiere of The Walking Dead. A theory that became more popular after AMC so strategically released their One-Hand Man clip about a week ago, which would be 2 weeks prior to the premiere. Now, go them. I'm glad they did. I think it was to change the conversation, saying, hey guys, we've got a lot more going on in this premiere than who got killed. Let's get excited about some other things. Or maybe it was to change the conversation, divert fans, like let's stop focusing on Abe and Glenn because it's them, You know what? Let me tell you, I do not care if there's a ring popping out of the ground. I do not care if Maggie's name is posted up in lights behind Negan. It is not her. I will bet the house that it is not her, and I will tell you why. Now, first half of this video, no spoilers, just going to base it on what I think and from what I've seen in the TV series. Second half, and I will warn you when it happens, will be spoiler, spoiler, spoiler based on the comic books in order to back up my theory. Okay, here goes. Okay, one word. That word is Enid. Enid is the reason Maggie isn't going anywhere fast. She was put on The Walking Dead for a reason. She is not a spy for the wolves. She is not one of the saviors. She has a specific role. And ever since we met Enid, what has she done? She's bonded with Carl, Glenn, and Maggie. 3 specific characters, okay? We come to Alexandria. Enid is so quiet, shy, alone, whatever his problems, obviously. Now Carl bonds with her. They go out into the woods. They have their little thing going on, blah, blah, blah. Okay. She's had a lot of screen time bonding with Glenn. This is no accident. The 2 of them getting back to Alexandria, balloons afloat, to save Maggie, which opens the door to Maggie developing a relationship, a bond with Enid that she probably would not have otherwise. Now, there are 2 Maggie-Enid scenes I would like to address, as I believe they are building blocks for the future of the story, meaning Maggie has a future. AMC is not going to waste time and money on plot development and unnecessary scenes for no reason. They're not. That's a waste for them. One scene in particular that I want to remind you of is when Maggie comes up to Enid on the porch in Alexandria and says to her, "You helped Glenn get home. You helped me when I was up in that guard post. So maybe there are better places for you to go than just nowhere. I'm around. Come talk to me." The next one was at the end of season 6 when Enid comes to Maggie's house and cuts her hair. Enid says, "I like it, but why?" And Maggie replies, "I have to keep going and I don't want anything to get in my way." Okay, these little bonding scenes are no accident. They're in there for a reason. Plot development, future storyline. They need to build the relationship between the 2 of them and they don't have that much time to do it. Okay, guys, from here on in, you are warned properly. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. I'm going to tell you why you can rule out Maggie as a possibility for Negan's kill, and it's all based on the comic books. We all know that television Sophia dies in season 2. We watch her stumble out of Herschel's barn in rare zombie form in the mid-season tearjerker. However, comic book Sophia is alive to this day. She was adopted and raised by Glenn and Maggie following Carol's suicide at the prison. Fast forward, following Glenn's brutal death, Sophia moves to the hilltop with Maggie and becomes a force to be reckoned with. She's a close confidant to Carl, and their friendship is necessary as it continues to play out through the apocalypse. With the absence of Sophia in the television version, they needed a girl who was Carl's age to maintain the storyline. Enter Enid. Bottom line, Enid is a remixed version of Sophia. They put her in for a reason. They put her in when they did because they needed a Sophia. Maggie was going to run the hilltop, and what was she going to do it alone? Was she going to mourn Glenn's death alone? No. They needed to give her a family member. They needed to have a girl to bond with Carl for future storyline development. They needed a Sophia, hence Enid. And there is no reason to have these scenes of her bonding with Glenn and Maggie over and over again, these sentimental moments, if Maggie was going to die. Have her bond with Sasha or Rosita. Who the frick cares if Maggie's not going to be around, right? Okay, guys, well, I hope I got my point across. This video might seem a little piecemeal because it's Sunday. There are kids in and out of my house making noise. There's Sunday football going on, and I just want to get this video out by tonight. But I think you got the gist of what I was trying to say. Oh, and I think I said in the beginning of the video, one-hand man instead of right-hand man for the AMC clip that aired last week. So sorry about that. I know I made that mistake. However, I think you get what I'm trying to say, that Enid is the remix of Sophia. Sophia in the comics goes with Maggie on the hilltop. They have a storyline together, as well as Sophia has a whole storyline with Carl in the future. And I don't think they'd waste so much airtime having Enid bond with Maggie and Glenn if there was no future to it, if nothing was going to transpire from it. Meaning Maggie's got a nice, long, happy life, and she's going to have a baby and go on the hilltop and hopefully maybe start dating somebody else in the future. Who knows? We'll get to that later. Okay, guys, we'll see you next week. Don't fear the Reaper.